Ooh, that way.
Are we live?
Yeah, but no one's on, so it's fine.
Technical difficulties right now, guys. This is our first actual setting up like a live event. It's my first real live. I think we did one time before,
Not connected.
but we're not sure really how to work the live system yet. So give us a second here.
Okay, bye. You're on a different one. The link didn't go to a normal.
I think that's just a link to the reminder, babe.
Okay, here. I didn't undo it.
But I don't know what to do.
Me neither.
Maybe somebody will know how and they'll help us.
It says scheduled, but you're live right now.
We'll just do the live now and then we'll figure it out later. You want to set it up?
Yeah. Hold on.
Bear with us, guys. We're rookies at this live stuff. Just trying to figure this thing out. I am going to talk about keeping your cocktails keto friendly, just whether or not you can have alcohol on keto. I think there's just this common misconception of you not being able to drink when you're on keto. And while I'm not trying to promote alcohol or tell you guys to drink, it's your guys' choice, to each their own. I do want to talk about the friendly keto choices that you can stick to when following a ketogenic lifestyle. There's still tons of alcoholic drinks that you can have.
Hoop and
Give me a second.
Life says hi. Why do I feel like
That's
that's
my son.
Aiden?
What's up, son? Can you turn volume on over there?
You can, but then it'll play back into here.
Oh, you're right. A little bit.
Ooh.
Not much lag. I don't think. What?
Yeah, it is because I accidentally closed the phone.
Turn the Wi-Fi on though.
Babe.
Huh.
Okay.
Testing.
Alright.
Oh, there we go. We got like, what, 10-second lag? Cool.
Maybe.
All right, you guys, what's going on? I wonder if there's anybody in the chat. How do we check to see who's in the chat?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, it just says right here. Okay, so we're gonna hopefully try to get some people in here. This is my first time really actually doing a live, so bear with me, guys. I'm gonna talk about keto and alcoholic drinks and wait for some people to get in here. If they get in here, if not, that's all right. We'll still be able to utilize this for those of you who are on keto, but you like to have fun. You like to go out on the weekends. You like, to go to social events, happy hours with your works. I'm sure some of your companies offer, going places after work to have happy hour, hang out, and you're like, oh, I don't know, I'm keto, I can't drink. That's just not true. Well, there is a myth, and I'm not a doctor, guys, do your own research, but from what I understand from the research that I've done is alcohol kind of just pauses your ketosis. So it doesn't turn to sugar as many people think. I think where that came from was that beer and wine and sugary alcoholic drinks have carbohydrates in them. Well, obviously carbohydrates are glucose. They turn to sugar in the body. And I think that's where that misconception came from. That's where people got the idea that drinking alcohol turns to sugar. But actual alcohol, as they call it, the fourth macronutrient, it doesn't turn to sugar. It actually just pauses everything else, and your liver tries to process that alcohol right away because it's toxin. It wants to get rid of it. And that's why you kind of have, they tell you if you're trying to lose weight or burn some fat to stay away from drinking, because you're actually halting the process of digesting all the food that you're eating. So it can kind of hinder your weight loss, and it can spike insulin. So that's where that comes from. I believe that's just my research. That's my interpretation of the information that I've gathered. That being said, when you are wanting to have a good time on keto and you want to go out and have some drinks, it can be very difficult. We experienced this in the beginning. When we first started going keto, we like to go out. We like to have fun. And we'd go places where like, so what kind of drinks do you have? And we'd look at the menus and we'd look for like low-calorie drinks, and they were just all still full of sugar and just different ingredients that weren't keto-friendly. We're like, what the heck are we going to do? And I think we were at home one night, and we had these Crystal Light water enhancers. Lindsay used to put these in her water all the time. I think she still does. And you can get these at the store. They're like $3 a pop, but they last quite a long time. And what you can do, it's the easiest thing ever. When we first started going, let me back up, I'm sorry. When we first started going out, we had no options, so we would get tequila and soda waters with lime, and we would ask for Splenda or something, and we'd try to like make this makeshift margarita. I mean, they weren't very good.
No, but I supported you.
But we were like, whatever, you know, we were still trying to have a good time. Still
no,
stick
John
to our
was
diet.
like, it tastes exactly like a margarita the whole entire time.
Maybe
he was trying to convince me that it would be okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, just give me a shot of tequila and this would be better.
We probably just should have took shots and drank water. But anyways, the point is we came to the conclusion that we could take these water enhancers with us, either put them in our purse or put them in our pockets, take them with us, and we could order any kind of spirit, because all of your distilled liquors have 0 carbs in them. So you can have vodka, rum, tequila, bourbon, you know, whiskey, whatever it is. You can have all those spirits. And so we would order vodka and soda waters with a lime. And then we would just take our favorite water enhancer and put a couple squirts in there and stir it up. And it was delicious. And so this was an easy way for us to be able to stay keto, go out, have a good time, and not have to worry about being a pain in the butt, because nobody wants to be that guy at the restaurant or the bar or wherever you're at that's like got all these stipulations for what they're ordering, right? I mean, it's you don't want to be that person. So now it's like so simple. We're like the easiest customers ever. We just say, hey, let us get a vodka soda water or vodka water with lime, put a little squirt, we're good to go. So that's like tip number 1. That's like our ace in the hole. Whenever we go out, we'll definitely do that.
So I have like 3 currently in my purse.
They're just like accumulating in there.
We like different flavors depending on what we're doing, like tequila and pineapple, or cherry and bourbon, or, you know, some passion fruit with vodka. I think I had a cherry limeade one that's really good with vodka and lime.
Oh yeah, that one was good, especially when you squeeze that fresh lime in there. And so your other options, guys, is even when you go out to a bar, you can still order beer. There are plenty of low-carb beer options. They're not the tastiest, you know, especially if you're like a super beer connoisseur. You know, you're obviously not going to like the very light beers. But most light beers have, you know, like 3 to 5 carbs in a bottle. But you do have your very low-carb options, like Michelob Ultra was like my go-to for a little while. And then I discovered they had a Michelob Ultra Gold or Gold Plus, something like that. And that one actually really... No, I don't think it's golden. It's Michelob Ultra Gold Plus or something like that.
My phone's about to die, so someone else Google it.
It was delicious, actually. It was actually the best low-carb beer that I found for myself. And I think Corona has like a Corona Platinum or Corona Premier or something like that. So that's also low-carb. So most of your light beers are pretty low-carb. You can go that route. Let's see. We can go with wines as well. You got to be careful with wines, though, because a lot of the wines that you probably like are sweet and they got sugar in them. So you have to go with your dry wines. And a lot of times, if you go to the liquor store and you look at the back, I don't know if they'll be able to see that. If you look at the back of your wines,
no, they can't see it.
There will be like a little scale or a gauge of how dry or sweet that wine is. And this one is like a little bit past dry, so it's very low carb. All of your white wines that are not sweetened, you're going to be pretty safe with, like Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Grigio, Chardonnay. What's another couple of?
I don't know. I can name all the ones that aren't keto friendly.
So all the white wines are probably going to be the lowest carbs that don't have sugar in them. And then you can definitely still do red wines. I love red wine. Right now, guys, if you follow me, you know that I'm on a cut right now. So I cut out all the red wines and the beer and stuff like that. So you could still get like Pinot Noir, Cabernet, Malbec, Merlot. Tons of those red wines are they're like 4 to 6 carbs per glass. So you want to have a couple in moderation and with dinner or whatever. You don't want to be drinking them by the bottle, obviously, but really with alcohol in general, you don't want to be doing that. And then we like to stay home and hang out, and sometimes we'll make our own cocktails. And a way to do that with keto, with staying keto friendly, is to have some kind of sparkling flavored water, or we've got these things here called ice. These are actually really delicious, and they've got little to no carbs in them. This is the Aldi brand. Anytime you get like the generic brand, they're gonna have like 1 carb in it. I'm not sure why. I think they add more crap in it. But the actual ice brand has 0 carb. And so what I'm gonna make this is the Aldi brand right here.
Because they're already like 99 cents. Like, how much cheaper can
No, these are like 59 cents. So, hey man, we gotta make budgets cut somewhere, all right? All right, so I'm gonna show you guys how to make a cocktail that I came up with last weekend that I really enjoyed, because I haven't had any sweets really, and I was like having this sweet tooth, and I was like, well, what can I do? And so this cocktail, it's called like a root beer float. And so I got some ice over here. Huh? Oh yeah. Be right back.
Oh, this is awkward. This is Akira. This is our dog. You've probably seen her in many videos.
Yeah, she's always making a debut here and there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take some bourbon, and I got some Wild Turkey 101 here. I'm just going to put about 1.5 ounces into my cup with ice. And then we're going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of heavy cream. This is going to give it that like thickness consistency that we want of a root beer float. So it's not actual ice cream, it's just the creaminess and consistency. And then we got some Diet Mug root beer. I find that this one is my favorite for the flavor. I really like it. And then we've got some almond milk as well that we're going to top it off with, just to give it a little bit more creaminess, but the heavy cream can be a little too much. So I'm going to pour about 1/4 of a can of root beer, and then we're going to finish it off with this almond milk. And you can always add some stevia to this. Look at that. You see that? It's almost got like the consistency of an actual root beer float. Let me see if I can bring this over to you. It's got the fizziness, like there's actual ice cream in it. Oh, I didn't bring a stirrer. Let me see. All right. I'm going to stir it up here and give it a taste. You can add some stevia to this if it's not sweet enough for you. I think the root beer is pretty sweet. Yeah, that's clutch for me, guys. I really like that. I'm going to add a little bit more heavy cream. I want it a little bit thicker. And you could also put like some espresso in this if you wanted to. Make it almost like a White Russian, or I guess you'd have to leave the root beer out for that. But
yeah, so fun fact, I hate root beer with a passion. So growing up, my mom used to make me Pepsi floats instead of root beer. So I'm sure it would taste the same if you used some Coke Zero.
Yeah, if you're not a fan of root beer, you could use Coke Zero, Diet Coke, Diet Dr. Pepper, you know, whatever diet soda that you like.
Do you think there's like a grape diet soda? Like,
oh yeah, Zevia makes grape.
And you could do, never mind. We can't have sherbet anymore.
Oh, well, not actual ice cream.
Well,
maybe get some Halo Top sherbet. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh.
If you are in a flexible ketogenic diet, there's one route you can go. All right, so for Lindsay, I'm going to go ahead and whip her up a cocktail just to show you guys that it's really easy. So I got my cup with some ice here, and I'm just going to take some vodka, and I'm going to do about 1.5 ounces of vodka. It's about a standard pour for a cocktail. Put that into our glass here. And it's just this simple of just grabbing whichever flavored carbonated water, carbonated beverage of your choice, whatever 0 calorie or diet beverage of your choice. You can just add it on in there. And I'm just unprepared right now, guys, but I would probably hit this with like a lime wedge or a lemon wedge, just for some acidity and give it that fragrance. You could put some mint in there. Go whichever route you would like to go. I make this like bourbon drink with diet cranberry juice, a little bit of diet cranberry juice, a little bit of lime juice, and some kind of soda water. I can't remember. I think it was just actual soda water. And then I'll put some basil in it. And it was good, guys. I'm telling you, I like those kind of like weird drinks.
Luigi is so sad.
If you guys didn't check out the last video or two, I got a basil plant and I named him Luigi, and I used up all his basil, and now he's trying to die on me.
No, he's turning black.
I watered him. I don't know how to keep him alive. All right, give it a taste. What do you think? All right. Good, right? You could also add some of these Crystal Lights to it if you'd like. If it's not sweet enough for you, if you just want to add some more flavor. And that's the thing, you just got to get creative, guys. I mean, really, on keto, you can pretty much recreate anything that's not keto, you can make it keto. So, like, I could make some pina coladas. I could just get, I think I have some in there. I could get some coconut-flavored water enhancer.
No, that one's in my purse.
Oh, yeah. It is. So I could get that. I could get some ice and some heavy cream. You know, and put it in the blender, spin it up, and we would have a freaking pina colada. You know, you just got to be creative. You can't have the pineapple juice, but you can still get the right flavor. I've done it before. They taste good. We've made margaritas. You could even do a strawberry daiquiri, especially if you've been on keto for a while. You're not too strict on it. You could use a few frozen strawberries and make a strawberry daiquiri with tequila. I think they make
Daiquiri.
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 I don't know. How do you guys say it?
Daiquiri. That's how we say it.
All right. Well, anyways, and if this is not your forte, if you want just a man's drink or what have you, you can always just ask for some bourbon on the rocks or bourbon neat. I'd like a tequila with lime, or just get shots at a time and then drink a soda or water. There's just so many options.
I had a lady. She came in every Tuesday night for Taco Tuesday, and we had $3 margaritas, but she would order the $2.50 tequila shots, and I would be like, I don't understand. She was like, less calories, 50 cents cheaper. I don't know what you're worried about. So she had it made. She'd just take one shot every time everyone ordered another round, and she'd sip on some like water or tea or something all day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's another one you could do. Some Texas sweet tea, but without obviously the sugar. You could just make some iced tea.
Grasshopper.
What do they put in that? What do they put in Texas sweet tea? Bourbon?
No, there's a liqueur that tastes like tea, but I'm sure you could do it with. I would totally rock like a sweet tea, like tea with stevia and some bourbon.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be good.
Or we got that mint flavoring.
Oh yeah.
And then we could do like grasshoppers, which are like mudslides but with mint in them.
There's like endless options. Mojitos they call them. Those are really good. Those are pretty easy to make. Just so many different options you can do. So just don't feel like you're in a box, because you're really not. And it's just about allowing yourself to make options. Like I said, when going out, these freaking water enhancers are just lifesavers of just ordering a simple drink, adding them in there. You're good to go. You can drink that most of the night. And they make some of them they make with energy. So like if you're tired, squirt some of that in there. It brings you right up.
And some of them are clear, so it's not really awkward when your waitress brings you your drink and she comes back later
that's
and
true
it's
too.
a different color.
Because some of them,
what?
some of them we got, and they're like super dark color, and I'd like make a mess squirting them in there, like splash and like go places. So I'd like stain their coasters and like, oh sorry guys. But or they'd bring us the drink and it'd be clear, and then they'd come back with our food and they'd be like, whoa, like wait, that drink was clear. Like what happened? We're like, oh yeah, we'd have to explain. We're keto, and we do this. But most places are very accommodating. Nobody gives us a hard time, guys. They're really nice about it. And as long as you're just be kind to people, man. Treat people like you want to be treated. Don't be a jerk. We've worked in the bar industry for a long time, in the restaurant industry for a long time. And there's people that just are jerks, man, and there's just no need to be, you want things a certain way, that's okay, but you have to know how to talk to people. Don't be jerks. But Don't be jerks. That's the
Remember,
the
they're
moral
giving up
of
their
the story.
Saturday night to hang out with you, so.
All right. Well, it doesn't look like we were very successful in the way we set up our live.
Your son watched this whole
He's
live.
probably still watching. What's up? Maybe if you guys could help me out by commenting down below, let me know where we went wrong on setting up that live. We set up a reminder or what's it called? An event.
Yeah, we have no idea what we're doing.
But once the time
Obviously.
came for that event to start, we weren't really sure how.
It wouldn't let me
to
start the event on your
Yeah.
phone, so we just made a new event.
So let's see. I just want to make sure we covered it all. Covered some cocktails. Covered the low carb beers you could do. The low carb wines you could do.
Yeah, worst case scenario, just order a white wine.
Yeah, for sure. Make sure it's not a sweet wine though, because there are some like
Yeah.
Moscatos, things like that you want to stay away from. Like anything sweet and.
That Moscato d'Aste.
Oh yeah.
I still dream about that. But.
Anyhow, and even those skinny margaritas at places, guys, they got a ton of carbohydrates in that skinny mix.
Yeah,
so.
and they get you for $30 a pitcher.
Oh yeah, one
Watch
time we went
that.
to a Mexican restaurant. We ordered a freaking pitcher of skinny margs. We're like, hey, can we get some pitcher of skinny margs? She's like, yeah, sure, no problem. And it was literally $33 for a pitcher. I was like, what
Hey,
the
Brian.
hell?
I have
It's crazy.
sunshine. Is that Stacy?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't have my glasses on.
She says, hey, Lindsay.
Hey, friend.
Give the people what they want, Lindsay.
I just been drinking.
If you guys have a cocktail that you like and that you want to know how to make keto friendly, comment down below, leave it, and let me know, because I try to do these Keto Happy Hours and present a cocktail that I think people will like. So that would definitely help me with some ideas of cocktails we can make. We've made quite a few. Go check out the past videos of Keto Happy Hours. And yeah, just let us know if you have any drinks you want us to make. So I think we're probably going to go ahead and get off here. And hopefully we'll be able to do this next week.
Yeah.
Any ending words here? Pup, you got anything to say? All right, you guys. We'll talk to you guys later. Life's too short, so have a fantastic